Hello everyone, it's the Venom Xenomorph, and I'm super duper hyped to announce to all of you guys that there is a new Alien video game that may be announced next week. The Alien versus Predator Galaxy site was able to uncover a trademark that Fox used and just claimed recently. Very recently, actually, I think it was a couple days ago. They just trademarked the name Alien Blackout. And underneath the copyright for that name, they kept copywriting different PC gaming strategies, console gaming strategy, like every single thing that could have to do with gaming, pretty much, to keep this title safe. It was awesome to look at. I'm going to simplify this information and just give it to you nice and sweet. One of the biggest questions that everyone keeps asking is this going to be a sequel to Alien Isolation? The answer to that is sadly going to be a no, because the way it's looking right now is, firstly, it's made by a completely different company, and this company is actually bought by Fox now. So, and it was bought solely for the purpose of this game, called Cold Iron Studios. If you've heard the name before, you better, because they're the ones that remade Doom. And if you guys love Doom, then you're probably gonna love this new Alien game. The reason why I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a sequel to Alien Isolation is because the rest of the story for Amanda Ripley is actually going to be told in a comic book coming out in January called Alien Resistance. And I actually am going to try and get my hands on that comic and see, does this wrap up the story well? It looks like it's in the right hands in terms of the story. But this game is going to be completely different from Alien Isolation in a lot of ways. Which brings me to my next question. Is it another survival game? Yes and no. Obviously, you're going to have to survive against the alien. That is, the biggest thing that is required. But it is going to be a first-person shooter game. So, what we're looking at is probably some sort of remake of Aliens Colonial Marines. Obviously, it's a different name, so obviously it's not a remake. It's probably going to be completely different. I actually could guarantee it's going to be completely different. But it looks like the latest Alien game, standalone Alien game, like Alien vs. Predator, I think was the most recent Alien game ever. But that was obviously a, what's it called? A multiverse sort of storyline. The original Alien storyline is going to be continued through these games, and the last game that was made on Alien was Aliens Colonial Marines, and that game, let's be honest, was completely disappointing. It had negative effects and everything. Bugs were happening. The Xenomorphs were hard to play as because the Marines were insanely broken. The story was good in terms of the single player, but at the same time, it didn't really do much in terms of what the game was. But it looks like we're gonna get much better insight to that with Blackout. Blackout, as far as we know, is just a first-person shooter being made by Cold Iron Studios. The rest of this is going to be pretty much theory. I'm thinking that Alien Blackout is going to be a more sophisticated version of Colonial Marines. It's going to be more like Isolation in terms of detail and accuracy to the story. But I think it's also going to keep to Colonial Marines' awesome, Aliens feel, where it felt like you were actually a Marine on your way to Hadley's Hope to go fight the alien infestation. I think that'd be extremely cool. But it has to be done right. Something that, I think that guaranteed needs to be in there is the original pulse rifle sound from the guns. That thing was just beautiful sounding. It wasn't beautiful sounding as in like when you hear a gun and you shoot it and you're just like, oh, that's cool. It was beautiful because of nostalgia. Because when you hear that sound effect from a gun, you know it's the gun from Aliens. And what we're gonna do basically is we're looking into Blackout, what it does and what it means. Blackout looks like it's gonna be very cryptic in a way. Like the host of the Game Awards, which is happening on December 6th, is posting images that have a weird cryptic blue text on them, repeating itself over and over, kind of like a mother text, like from the mother computers in Alien, called like, and it keeps saying "Worlds will change." This is very, very, very interesting because the actual tagline for Weyland-Yutani is "Building Better Worlds." So if the worlds are going to change, then there's something very specific about that. Another thing that's kind of specific is someone who's very, like, I forget the name of him because I don't remember names that well. Something interesting was a man from the Game Awards visited Fox Studios and got to hang out with one of the eggs and pointed to a poster, and the Game Awards host responded with "Worlds will change" with different slashes in between the words. So words like / / will / change. And that was interesting because it proves, one, that statement is coming from a computer, because it was in all caps and it was separated by some sort of coding technique. It was proving that came from a computer, but it was also proving that Alien has something to do with that phrase. And if that phrase is going to be the tagline for the Game Awards, which is literally next week, then that's super hyped. That means that the Alien game is closer than we think. It was announced in early January this year. It was announced early January this year that Cold Iron Studios was bought by Fox Next, which is a subsidiary company to the actual Fox Studios. And what they did was they decided to buy Cold Iron to make an Alien game. And everyone knew it was going to be a shooter. Everyone knew it was going to be awesome. The title makes it more cryptic. The title tells us this is not a normal Alien game. Alien Isolation was able to do that. It, like, you heard the name Alien Isolation, you're like, what the crap does that mean? Until you actually play the game, and it actually sticks to that name. Now, my current theory is this is going to be an Aliens Colonial Marines remake that's more based around the movie. Like you're going to be able to play around with Hicks and Hudson, I think. Which would be extremely cool, by the way. You could play with Hicks and Hudson. Rest in peace, Bill Paxton, by the way. He was like the best actor, I think, in that movie besides Ripley. I think it's going to be taking place in the Aliens timeline, and it would just be so sick being in the movie, because I remember there was a scene in the movie where the aliens cut the power, and it caused a blackout, which that's why my theory is leading towards an Aliens video game or an Aliens Colonial Marines remake, is because the aliens cut the power in that movie. And they kept that in Aliens Colonial Marines. And the name Alien Blackout just to me has that feel like there's a power outage. There's something like a blackout to me is more like a power outage. And that'd be so cool just to have fighting against aliens in the dark. As they mostly come out at night. Mostly. I think the only other theories I have on this game is that we might not get any super guest speakers. We might get Sigourney Weaver to come back as Ripley, but that's a big might. The rest of the cast and crew, last I checked, they've either moved on, or a couple of the characters, like the general from Aliens, Assholes and Elbows, he just passed away recently. Bill Paxton, who played Hudson, also passed away. Game over, man. Uh, so some of the more iconic characters from Aliens aren't going to be able to redeem their roles because of that situation. Um, but when it comes to Ripley or something, she's going to be around for a while, I think. So as long as we have Ripley, then I think we have a really good Alien game. My only concern, my biggest concern with this game is it better not turn into Aliens Colonial Marines remake. I keep saying that I want it to be one. At the same time, I don't. I don't want the same issues that there were in Aliens Colonial Marines, where the multiplayer, if there is going to be any, because according to an interview, the Cold Iron is working on more online games now, which means that there's a high chance that Alien Blackout could be an online game instead of a single-player game like Isolation was. But this could be a problem with that multiplayer thing, because then that means that are we going to have pay-to-win crap, or is it going to be like Alien vs. Predator, where it's based on skill? Are we gonna have really crappy like team deathmatch stuff like Aliens Colonial Marines, or is it gonna be better than that? I guarantee there's gonna be some DLC involved with this game. There's got to be some stuff DLC related with this game. It just makes sense to me. You have to be able to adapt to your fan base, and I think this game, in the right hands, because it is being made by 20th Century Fox. Basically, I think it's totally in the right hands. I think it's definitely trustworthy of a game. I just feel like they're not going to be doing their fan base justice unless they have some really, really good and special items into this series. They need to make this game revive the Alien franchise. The only reason Alien Isolation kind of killed the Alien franchise was, one, because it was only single player. That was extremely annoying, because that would be really cool just to survive with other people in the Nostromo or something, or the Seegson station. That'd be so cool. But we didn't get that, and not only that, but the sales for Alien Isolation weren't really good, weren't as intended as the developer was hoping. It's just, there are so many factors in Alien Blackout. We need to see the announcements at the Game Awards. We may even see a teaser trailer. I'm that confident we may actually see a teaser trailer, because this game is huge. This is the first Alien game since Alien Isolation. That was 4 years ago. They used to be rolling out these Alien games like daily, pretty much, but they kind of halted after Alien Isolation. That kind of, like, Alien Isolation kind of topped it, I think. And compare that to Alien vs. Predator or something. Alien vs. Predator was even older than that. So, no idea how the franchise is going to turn out after this game. All I know is that this game has a lot resting on its shoulders, and that really, really, really needs to get things right. I think the last topic I want to touch up on before I cut myself off, because I'm running low on time right now, personally. Something that I need to discuss is the Alien itself. It needs to be exactly like the Alien from Alien Isolation. I don't mean like copy and paste. I don't mean like plagiarize from Alien Isolation. But it has to be just like the Alien from Alien Isolation. It has to look the same. It has to feel the same. The thing that was terrifying about the Alien from Alien Isolation was it was smart. It had its own intelligence that was unmanipulatable, and it was unbelievable how smart it was. Like, in the clip that's playing right behind me, I'm running down a corridor trying to get away from the alien, and it knew I was going down that corridor, so it jumped down from a vent and pulled me into the vent. It was insane. It knew where I was going. It was anticipating it, until eventually I just got killed. Like, damn. For a good Alien game, you need a good alien. You need something. You need the monster to make the man, okay? And the alien is such a sophisticated character in any kind of sci-fi horror movie. It is the most sophisticated character on the planet. If you could pull that off, you have hit a gold mine. The comic book artists have been able to pull that off brilliantly, keeping to kind of the same thing, so it's not entirely plagiarism, but there's enough of there's enough of a difference where they won't get copyright claim. But it's based around the same idea. It's a parasite. It has acid for blood. The basic stuff is obviously going to be done, but they need to make it smart. Like, if they have a single player option for this game, they need to make the alien extremely smart. Like, not Aliens Colonial Marines where they just rush at you and you just mow them down. No, I mean smart, like Alien Isolation smart. I would love to kill the alien. If it's an alien shooter game, there has to be more than one alien. That's just a fact. With the blue text, I'm feeling like it's more of a Prometheus, so it might Prometheus-like game. So it might even be a prequel or so to Alien Isolation or to any of the Alien movies in general. But it would be so cool just to see the alien be itself in front of you instead of being this it's an AI. Instead of that, you want to feel scared. That was Alien Isolation in a nutshell. It made you feel terrified. Like, the robots were AI, but then again, you're expecting that because they're robots. You were expecting the alien to be AI, but it was so unbelievably smart. You'd shut a door and then it'd run around and find another door to get in and get in the door. That, or it'd use a vent. It was so terrifying. It was awesome. Anyway, I think that's going to be it. So thank you guys so much. If you like, leave a like and subscribe. As always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye! Ha! Get psyched! Sorry if that was loud to anybody wearing headphones. Okay, we got a new update. The newest recent update that we have on Alien Blackout right now is that it is officially confirmed we will be seeing Alien Blackout appear on the Game Awards next Thursday on December the 6th. Or for you in the UK or past there, like Australia or Asia, it'd be around the 7th. Alien Blackout, super hyped. As far as I'm hearing from information, any new information since, like, the earlier part of this video, this is the next day. Since the earlier part of this video, there hasn't been much new information other than the fact that it's been confirmed. I did hear that it is not the only thing being confirmed. There is some information on Red Dead Online that is being confirmed, and there's also, sadly, the cancellation of oh shoot, what's the game? Agent. The skeptical title, like, no one ever really got full information on it, and it eventually just died in its own hole, which was very sad for the game because it seemed like a really interesting premise. I would have totally loved to play that game, but that got canceled finally after a decade of pretty much being delayed and delayed and delayed. But the biggest news that's important to this video is Alien Blackout has officially been confirmed. What we're going to be looking for, I guess, and I'll probably I'll probably watch a stream or just, like, find a way to watch the Game Awards on TV. I'm going to watch the Game Awards, and I'm going to stream what's going on, and if it's anything good, then it's going to work out. And I'll add it to a new video and talk about Alien Blackout through that, especially if it's a teaser. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe if you do. As always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!